Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. And The Infected, the Scarab. This is a one-shot. Just because it says number one on there doesn't mean it's actually... It's a one-shot. I don't like that they don't point that out immediately. Anyway, I don't have 5 things about this book because I just didn't like it enough to actually devote that kind of attention to it. Yeah, I know. Really bad news, especially since I'm such a huge Blue Beetle fan. Especially this version. Yes, I actually like this version better than all the other versions that have existed before. They're all important. They're all crucial to his story. But I really like the Jamie Reyes character a lot. And we haven't had Jamie Reyes in the books, any books, for a long time. And to finally get him in a story, I'm like, I'm crushed. I'm freaking crushed. They just did such a horrible job on this, man. And that's really all that it was. Anyway, guys, I'm going to tell you about who made this book, and then I'm going to tell you some of the things I just don't like about it. I'm just going to, flip through it. Again, I didn't make a 5 things about. This issue was called Metamorphosis. Dennis Hopeless Hallam did the script. Freddie E. Williams, the second, did the art. Jerry Colwell did the colors. Thomas Napolitano did the letters. David Marquez and Dean White did the cover. I'm glad they didn't make a variant to this. And, when you look through this book, the characters, they don't really look good. Like, these are kids. And all of these guys, like, even the girls look buffer than I am, all right? Like, I am a 6'5" beast of a man, all right? I am manly man. I just got, like, machismo porn. Okay, it's not like all that. But you know what I'm saying? Like, dude, I'm a dude. And you got, like, every single character in here. And they're kids, mind you. They're still in high school. And yet they're all jacked up beefy. They're supposed to be like nerds, right? And yet they're all, like, boom, walking around. Yeah, what's up, dude? I'm buff, man. Like, they got 0 body fat on them. They got the freaking, like, their calves are, like, perfectly shaped. I'm like, come on, man. Like, I was a track and field runner. My calves didn't look like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I did hurdles. I did a long jump. Come on now. You're going to tell me they got calves looking like that? Nah, I'm buying it, right? Anyway, aside from that, the story was just, like, at the very beginning, the very first several pages of this book felt like it was just biting off of the original Spider-Man movie with, not Topher Grace. He came along and did Venom in the third part of that movie, but you know what I'm saying. Like, Tobey Maguire, chasing the school bus and whatnot. Oh no, I'm going to be late. And somebody yelling out the bus. It's like, come on, man. Like, it just doesn't do it for me. It doesn't do it for me. If it feels too much like that, then I'm not interested in it. You don't get an idea of who this character is. If you've never read Jamie Reyes before, you have no idea who he is. You have no idea what he can do. You have no clue about this character. It doesn't do even a partial job of trying to explain it. It just doesn't. The story in and of itself is kind of throwaway. It's trying to make you feel some emotion about the Batman who laughs coming after him and stabbing him in the neck with a freaking infected batarang. And I'm just reading the whole thing. I'm just like, whatever, kid. Whatever, do something. Like, the whole thing. It just feels like a terribly missed opportunity. I'm not cool with that, man. Look, I know I complained about the character and the art. Make no mistake. Not all the art is bad on this. All right? You got some pretty good art coming in here. I forget who this is. Is this Brimstone? This isn't Brimstone. Ghostfire. This is Ghostfire. Duh. Of course it is. Like at some point, he goes in and he steals Ted Kord's ship, his flying car. What do you call it again? I think he called this the Scarab. It's like, why did you steal the Beetle car, bruh? Like, what? You can fly. Why did you steal that? It doesn't make sense. For the most part, the characters are all interchangeable with them. Even the bad guys. They're all just really interchangeable with each other. You could play 3-card Monty, you know what I'm saying, with these characters, and it's not going to make any kind of a difference. All of a sudden, one of the other characters is actually the Blue Beetle. Whatever. Who cares? They all have the exact same personality. There was 0 reason to make this book, 0 purpose in making the book, and the people who made this book didn't really have that much purpose in mind either. It's like, oh, a paycheck? Cool, I'll take it. And that's just sad. It really doesn't feel like any, especially in the writing. Like, I like Dennis Hopeless Hallam. I really do. I like a lot of his writing, I should say. I don't know the guy personally. I know that he's written some really good stuff. This just isn't it. This just feels like he was like, oh yeah, sure, I don't know anything about this character, but let me just look him up on the wiki page, or maybe on one of the DC books, what do you call it, the DC fan database, which I have contributed to, in which case, if he did actually do that, which it feels like he did, you're welcome, Dennis. I'm glad I was able to help you write that book. But like, it really feels like he just looked up who this character was and a couple of things that he can kind of do and just put together a book. There is no inkling that this is actually Jamie Reyes, except there might as well be a name tag on him from freaking S-Mart. I was not happy with this book. There was no purpose in this book being made, and I gotta be honest with you, especially if you're a Jamie Reyes fan, don't waste your time with this. It really just felt like they were just like, oh, we should really put this book out because money. There are better ways to do it. You know, it's called quality. Anyway, guys, I'm done. Like I said, at least they did make a variant cover to this. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.